Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. The XRP community has always been right about the shady nonsense surrounding the inception and early years, especially of anyone having anything to do with Ethereum. And what I'm going to share with you in this latest Moon Lambeau Hot Jam is absolutely bananas. Look at this headline. On-chain sleuth ties Ethereum Foundation to 2016 Gatecoin hack. We're talking about questions of whether or not Vitalik Buterin himself was engaged in this attack. And so we already understand everything having to do with ETHgate, right? I don't even need to go through all of that to even set the table for this video. I'm going to assume we all know here in the XRP community about that. And how there are all sorts of favorable situations set forth, if you want to put it lightly, for anybody having to do with the early days of ETH. And coordinating with the SEC, the Joe Lubin stuff. You guys know the whole deal, right? Well, if this is correct, and there's a reason it's being heavily circulated, and not just within the XRP community, by the way. This is not some conspiracy stuff. This isn't. I'm not into the conspiracy theory nonsense crap. This has some legs to it, it looks like. So I can't tell you definitively who was involved in what, but let me share with you the specifics, because my God, there's some real world data here. And it is alarming. You're going to find this endlessly fascinating. And again, it just adds credence to what we've all been saying for a number of years here in the XRP community. This does not pass the smell test. This does not look good. We are not wrong about this stuff. We just keep seeing stuff from these people again and again and again, example after example after example. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, there's a piece, our post rather, from Steven Narioff, who I'll assume you guys are familiar with at this point. He was thrown under the bus by Vitalik Buterin and the like. There were bogus allegations against him from the Fed. He ended up overcoming that. Well, he was sharing the article that I'm going to run through with you. And he simply wrote the following. I just wanted to share with you a couple things before getting into the actual story. Here's what he said. The walls are closing in. At Boring Sleuth, so this is Truth Labs, at Boring Sleuth on X, uncovered this stuff. At Boring Sleuth is shaking the foundations of crypto by blowing the lid off the Ethereum Foundation's involvement in the 2016 Gatecoin exchange hack. He exchanges this scandal is he suggests this scandal is linked to the foundation's financial troubles, a topic extensively covered in my 3-hour conversation with Vitalik Buterin back in 2015. These revelations are too significant to be suppressed or ignored. And that isn't true. So there is the bold claim that the Ethereum Foundation went on a hacking spree. And that's a quote, by the way. And it was a result of the Ethereum Foundation being on the verge of collapse. So they went the nefarious route. These are the allegations, right? Here is a post on this from my fellow XRP YouTuber, Crypto Eddie. And she was as impressed and blown away by this as I am. And I think everybody is. Frankly, that's how it appears to me. And so just last night, she wrote the following. And she shared the thread on all this, which I'm about to go through with you. She wrote, "There are receipts, and then there are receipts. Dang." And I'll just pause to note the reason she's saying that is because there is actual data here, linked to actual accounts. Yay, blockchain being public, right? It's just amazing. This is like 8 years later, and now we're talking about it. But then Crypto Eddie also says, way overdue, Rep. Tom Emmer, Rep. Patrick McHenry, and Rep. Warren Davidson, all members of Congress, for a proper investigation on all involved. Your legacies will be forever damaged by decentralized justice if you just keep barking like junkyard dogs. Golf clap for Crypto Eddie. Absolutely spot the hell on. There should be an investigation into this because there's real world data. And I'm not saying that we definitively know everything, but my God, this is not a good look. And there's a whole lot of silence coming from these folks considering the magnitude of these allegations and how widely it's being circulated. Again, not just being circulated in the XRP community. In fact, this article I'm going to run through right now, this is from Bitcoinist, bitcoinist.com. It is now, it's out there in the public. And again, assuming this is accurate, and somebody did something at a minimum. Like, Again, it leads to further validation of what we already believed about the people involved in this crap. So, again, the piece titled On-Chain Sleuth Ties Ethereum Foundation to 2016 Gatecoin Hack. In a detailed thread on social media platform X, on-chain forensic analyst Truth Labs, known as @BoringSleuth, and supported by former Ethereum advisor Steven Narioff, has levied substantial allegations against the Ethereum Foundation. According to Truth Labs, there is transactional evidence linking the Ethereum Foundation to the substantial Gatecoin hack of 2016, an event preceding the infamous DAO hack. At the heart of this expose is a series of Ethereum wallet addresses and their interlinked transactions painstakingly traced back to the moments preceding the hack. The thread opens with a bold statement from Truth Labs, quote, proof of the Ethereum Foundation's involvement in the Gatecoin hack in 2016 prior to the DAO exploit, end quote, setting the tone for a narrative that unfolds a complex web of transactions, contracts, and potentially incriminating associations. And so, look, he's not exactly beating around the bush here. He's the one that did the work, so he's speaking strongly, and to this point, to the degree to which it's been vetted, I haven't seen anybody been able to put a dent in the claims being made by Truth Labs here. And so Truth Labs shared the following post, tagging Vitalik Buterin and the Ethereum Foundation account, and wrote, "Hey, Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum Foundation, and Joe Lubin, were you involved in hacking the Gatecoin exchange in 2016? You funded the hacker's wallet with gas just prior to the exploit. If not you, then who? Your silence is alarming. I put together a thread just for you." And I'm not going to read the whole thread because it does get into the nitty-gritty. I just want to share with you this Bitcoinist article because it does a great job summing this up, and I just want to get the message out anyway. And if you want the specifics, just hop on X, and you can click on all the addresses yourself. You can look at everything as deeply as you want to. Anyway, the piece continues, though. The Gatecoin hack occurred between May 9th and May 12th, 2016, a turbulent period in the crypto market just before the onset of the DAO's token sale and the subsequent DAO hack. Gatecoin's official statement at the time disclosed losses of 185,000 Ethereum from their wallets, a staggering amount valued today at over $460 million. Truth Labs, in their investigative thread, scrutinizes the on-chain movements associated with this event, focusing on 4 Ethereum addresses believed to be directly involved in the hack. One address in particular, and by the way, I'll just pause here to note, before I recorded this, I read the article, and I was just thinking, what is the best way to articulate which account is which? And it started to get a bit convoluted. So I know this is not going to be as easy to understand if you're listening, but I'm just going to read the short form address here, and it'll help if you can look at the screen here in this particular situation. But I'm just going to read it as it's written, and if it's hard to keep track of, I apologize. But again, when I started trying to come up with other ways to do it, it just started to get convoluted. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just read it like it is. Plus, it's only a small part of the article, but I just wanted to mention that. So anyway. It continues. One address in particular, 0x1342A0, emerged as a focal point due to its activities prior to the hack. This wallet received an initial transfer of 1.6 Ether from another wallet, 0x8266, on May 9th, 2016. Truth Labs delves into the origins and transactions of 0x8266, noting its developmental activities, including the creation of 10 distinct contracts. The wallet's interactions revealed a close nexus with wallet 0x556B, another development-centric address involved in setting up 9 contracts and creating tokens that resembled the DAO's infrastructure. Quote, 0x556B even created a couple tokens in December of 2015 called DAO Kobe and DAO Dollar. The DAO's token contract wasn't set up until June 2016. Clearly, 0x556B is a developer, who was working on developing similar contracts to the DAO contracts later launched, end quote, the researcher claims. 0x556b, the last wallet that sent gas money to the hackers' 0x8266 wallet when they needed it, was originally funded by the Ethereum Foundation's own main wallet. In fact, they only ever received ETH from the Ethereum Foundation prior to the Gatecoin exploit. Folks, that's a bombshell right there. Funding a hacker wallet? So if there's a reasonable explanation from it, why didn't you just come right on out here, Vitalik Buterin and Joe Lubin? Can you just do that? Because the silence with such large claims, with this heavily circulating throughout crypto Twitter and the entire world of crypto, even beyond crypto Twitter, it's just incredible how well known this is. You have to be aware of this, and you've said nothing. If you're innocent, shouldn't it just be easy to explain what the hell happened? It's not a good look. Peace continues. The crux of the allegation hinges on the origin of funds for wallet 0x556b. Truth Labs reveals, quote, 0x556b, the last wallet that sent gas money to the hackers' 0x8266 wallet when they needed it, was originally funded by the Ethereum Foundation's own main wallet, end quote, pointing out a direct financial pathway from the Ethereum Foundation to the Gatecoin hackers. This revelation is supported by the below forensic map detailing the flow of funds and contract interactions leading from the Ethereum Foundation to the actors behind the Gatecoin hack. And if you guys care to look, it is on your screen right there. The plot thickens as Truth Labs speculates on the potential motive behind the Ethereum Foundation's alleged involvement. Citing financial forecasts from September 2015, the on-chain sleuth suggests that the foundation was possibly facing a dire financial crisis, with predictions of running out of funds by June 2016, coinciding with the period of the Gatecoin and DAO hack. Quote, one reason the Ethereum Foundation may have gone on a hacking spree at the time is because they were on the verge of collapse. They themselves forecasted to run out of funds during the exact same period of the Gatecoin and the DAO exploits, end quote, the researcher asserts. So folks, just funny coincidence, because there's so many funny coincidences with everything touching Ethereum Foundation, the earliest days, Vitalik Buterin, all this stuff. It's just another one. It's just another silly coincidence, right? Well, if it is, they should come out and say why, because otherwise this looks really fishy, doesn't it? Yeah. Peace continues. Stephen Narioff, in his supporting statement, underscored the severity of these allegations and the pressing need for a response from the implicated parties. He states, quote, Vitalik Buterin and Joseph Lubin, the on-chain data by Boring Sleuth is either right or not. Silence can only be construed as admission of guilt given the magnitude of these allegations, end quote. This sentiment is echoed by Truth Labs, who invites the crypto community to independently verify the findings and partake in unraveling the full extent of these claims. Neither Vitalik Buterin nor any other person from the Ethereum Foundation camp have yet commented on the allegations. The silence from Buterin and Lubin is certainly not helping to silence the critics. Spot on. Spot on. So what do you think, folks? Might there be something here? Is it a case where there's smoke and there's fire? I'm just telling you, with all the ETHgate stuff and everything that's been uncovered, all of the shadiness, does this surprise anyone if it's true? Does this surprise anybody if it's true? I will not be surprised in the least. And if there's a legit explanation, fine. Because look, I'm the type that if there's a legitimate explanation, I want to give the other side the benefit of the doubt. The reason I may not be sounding too sympathetic at this particular point in time is because of their silence and because of all the ETHgate nonsense, and we know what their behaviors have been in the past from these specific people. So they could come out and squash this today if there's nothing to it. They could just do it right away. But enough time has passed. I'm just like, really? So here we are. XRP community was right again, and now the rest of the crypto is picking up on what we were putting down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.